this lady did the unthinkable. She slept with 1,000, I think it's 1,019 guys in 12 hours. And she's proud. Let's get into it.
You'll remember on this channel we covered the girl Lily Phillips. She slept with 101 men in 24 hours. Well, now we're back and we're talking about Bonnie Blue because she claims she slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours. I kid you not. Let's talk about it.
My bad. She's even more of a skank than I thought.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Yes, it's been an insane time, just all around, all the time. The world is crazy. We are in clown world, and we're gonna move away from the typical news we've been covering lately and talk about Bonnie Blue. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Bonnie Blue, she's an OnlyFans creator, and she's rose to prominence in displaying her sexuality for all to see on the internet. She is known for liking to sleep with barely legal men, as she refers to them. She will go around to different colleges, unis, as she calls them in the UK, and sleep with men who have just turned 18. And that's her claim to fame, or I guess being infamous, is sleeping with these young men, filming it for OnlyFans content, and posting it online. Now, we covered recently Lily Phillips, who is a friend of Bonnie Blue's, apparently, who slept with 101 men in 24 hours. And this was a huge deal. She rented out an Airbnb and allowed her OnlyFans subscribers to line up. And some of these men were bringing friends, family members, and they got to sleep with her for an allotted 5 minutes of time, which she couldn't stick to if she wanted to fit in 100 men in one day, and I mean that pun intended. Oh God. And now we move on to Bonnie Blue. Now, she's posted this video online documenting the fact that she has indeed slept with over 1,000 men in 12 hours. Let's hear it from her.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. I told you girls, taking fluids for moisturizer was good for your skin. The big 1,000 was completely done. So it started off, I'll give you a bit of an overview. After to start with, it was just like the
See that, y'all? She's proud. So yeah, so it didn't require no skill, no type of persuasion to be able to to get 1,000 men to have sex. So that's what I've been said, that any woman can get banged. That doesn't mean nothing. So this required no skill, no nothing. And I'm just that it just shows how low men are, that they will line up 4 or 5 of them around just to have sex with her for a minute, a few minutes. Whack.
room was absolutely full. Then we did groups of 5, like one after the other of 5s. I wanted to give people more time, so then it went down to like one-on-ones, didn't it? So like one person would watch whilst I was with somebody, and then it would
Oh, look at that. She's such a thoughtful woman. She want to give the guys more time to smash her so they can get more seconds in, a few more minutes in. She is so considerate.
should just be like a rotating circle like that.
And so she's a whore with a heart of gold. God bless her soul.
How generous of her. She
That's
wanted
what
to
I
give
thought,
people
sweetie.
more time and allow things to get spread out a little bit as she slept with 1,000 men in a single day. Guys, this is the culture that we're living in, where the threshold for people's interests just gets higher and higher and higher and higher, and you have to do more. And we all thought it was so crazy that Lily Phillips slept with 101 men in a single day. But now Bonnie has 10 times that, more than 10 times that, in not even 24 hours, in 12 hours. And I think this is what the future of content and sex work is going to look like online, particularly for these women who are willing to go to extremes. That threshold that you have to meet in order to get eyes and in order to secure your bag and get more people interested in you is just going to get crazier and crazier. And she knows what she's doing from a marketing perspective. She knows how to be salacious. She knows how to get people's eyes on her, whether or not it's men who want to see her in this way and want to be with her in this way, or people who are criticizing her for the way that she's engaging with the world and the promiscuity that she is just letting.
Yeah, so yes, I totally agree. So she know how to market, and she like, okay, she want people to be talking about her, period, because she's getting paid and she's doing OnlyFans. I think what, like she said, the OnlyFans, the average OnlyFans woman make $130 per month. She's making millions by by doing what she do, which is laying on her back But yeah, but I ain't mad at it though. I'm like, it is what it is, So you guys that's willing to just line up and have sex with her, something is wrong with you all. But it just shows how desperate men are. Like, wow, I just cannot imagine. No, no, I mean, I can imagine, but I just wouldn't do anything. When you have a certain standard, you're like, wow, this woman. So you're sitting there talking to the guy in front of you, the guy in back of you. I done seen all kind of videos where like how they actually had. Man, I wish I could pull it up right now, but no, actually no, I can't. I can't pull it up though. There's a video that a picture that I seen that showed this one woman getting done, and it's like 10 guys lined up, and like how the very last guy has a suit on and some roses, while the rest of the guys are just butt naked, waiting to get their turn.
Fly all over the place in so many different ways. And of course, in this video, she's kind of giving advice to other women saying this is good for you. She just, of course, jokingly in a sort of tongue-in-cheek way said that it's good for your skin to engage with men in this way. And of course it's not. This is not good for you mentally. It's not good for you physically. And I think this is all going to catch up to her if it hasn't already in due time. And she will experience whatever lies on the other end of this in terms of the scarring of her mind and body from having given herself to 1,000 men, 1,057.
Yeah, and then I totally agree with her though. And then so it's that what man with some standards? Well, I mean, it is a whole bunch of couple type of guys out there though, but being with a woman that been with that many men and she done everything under the sun, I'm like, oh my God, but just still the kind of man that would want to be there, that want to do that with her and be with her, you all are sick.
Men, let me be clear. And before we move on to another video that she's posted, it's a sort of post-game interview, if you will, that actually exists online right now, it's important to note, as this article reads out of the Daily Mail, that she has actually beaten another record. So I guess the previous record for sleeping with this many men in a single day was held by another actress who did 919 men in 24 hours in 2004, Lisa Sparks. So around 11 years later, Bonnie Blue has come through and bedded 1,057 men in 12 hours. If you remember, Lily Phillips was planning on doing this with 1,000 men in a single day. Her plan was for February. I guess 25-year-old Bonnie Blue was like, you know what? I need to get ahead of the curve on that one. I need to cut off my betting bestie on that one and get to 1,000 men before she does. And it must be noted that there were 1,000 men willing to do this. 1,000 men got in line, waited for a singular 25-year-old OnlyFans creator to sleep with them for whatever amount of time they could get in. These men were willing to be in a room with 4 other men to be with this woman. They were willing to sit behind another man and watch just to get a single minute with Bonnie Blue. And if that does not show a pathetic amount of desperation, I don't know what does. And you know what? I want to know who these men are. I'm not saying dox them or, reveal their identities. I'm sure they're out there running around right now.
Yeah, I totally agree. But just what kind of man, just think about it. What kind of man would go around all of those other men who's going to bang the same woman and she does porn, she does OnlyFans, she do everything under the sun? I'm thinking like, how high does this person have to have a self-esteem for them to go and do that? Just really just think about what kind of man would go and do that. Not a man that has options, not a man that has other women to be with, not a man that has any type of self-esteem will go and do that.
Right now doing whatever it is this type of person does. But my goodness, if I was a girl in the UK on the dating scene right now and I was running into any of these men, I would sure as hell want to know exactly who they are. Now, as I said, Bonnie Blue did a little post-game interview.
1,000 men's inside of you today.
Yeah.
What hurts more, your mouth or your...
Probably done that a little bit. I don't need a wheelchair. Like, I am fine. Just feels like I've had a heavy day in the bedroom, which is exactly what I've had. I think if it had continued how it did for the first sort of 3-4 hours, I would have struggled.
Let's get a round of applause in the room, people. There we go. You've had a
And there's the exact problem that you can engage in behavior like this and get a round of applause for doing exactly that. She says she's fine.
I'm shocked that they didn't give her a standing ovation.
I'm not taking her at her word on that one. I think what's happening here with a lot of these women is that the positive reinforcement that they get from this behavior is maybe overwhelming the clear negative aspects of engaging.
I'm shocked that she didn't stand up and take a bow. Now she was bowing, but bowing over 1,000 times.
Engaging with men in this way.
Bowing in every way possible, bowing to the side, backwards, forwards, at angles, upside down.
And engaging with sexuality in this way, and the positive reinforcement that they get in the validation from men, the sexual attention from men, the attention from the world, both negative and positive, and of course, the millions of dollars that they can receive for doing these acts, it cushions the negativity that is trying to come through to you and let you know, hey, you're doing something really, really bad for your mind and your body. And eventually, they're going to receive so much validation, so much attention, so much money that hopefully they hit that moment of, this is no longer doing anything for me. And you hope it's not, too late on their endeavors to get with as many men as possible. You hope the damage done is something that they can work through. And I don't know what's needed for that. Therapy of some sort. And advice of some kind and a support system of some kind for this sort of behavior. But instead it's being reinforced by those positive reinforcements that I just mentioned, and by a world that is telling her that this is okay, that this is liberating, that this is empowering. But this is just how currency works these days. It's not just money, it's attention, it's validation, it's wanting.
Yep. I totally agree, sister. So yeah, everything about attention, pleasure. So yeah, so her life is about attention and pleasure all day, and her making money from it though. But wow, but yeah, just a 18-year-old guy in school. He's happy. Oh man, I get to have sex with somebody. So yes, but oh my God, but it's that's enough of that, y'all. So let me know what you all think though. So is it okay for a woman to go and be prideful that she slept with 1,057 college students? Is she right or is she wrong? Let me know what you all think in the comments. But I gotta say, she's at least fit. I gotta at least give her that she actually is fit. So men do desire to have sex with a woman. She is fit. So I give her that though. So Aisha, so ladies, so if you would like to get your body tight and toned, this is a whole new year. You can go and apply to train with me. If you want to support the channel, you can go and order my bands. You also can be a member of the channel and support the channel too. You can give a super chat to support. I love you all, and I'll see you all next time.